This is the best that my hand can interpret and the little my mind can comprehend from my heart. What's left is for my soul to feed from when I feel alone. Listen. The sound of the wind, rough like the sigh of a walrus, scrapes dry leaves falling from the trees to the ground, demanding my attention. Wish not to trifle my time away, because I know my troubled soul can never cipher the sounds positively, thus I'm scared. I might encrypt the deepest secrets. Nothing escapes history, I know that. The sun still after its own halo on the course of this present day. It still shines, reflecting our sorrows in the shadows, cheek by jowl, reminding us of our bygone fall. What else can remind me of this past check on shame? I tried to hide my shame faced in the dark. When the sun finally got tired of shining, it's too dark. Let there be light, he said. Darkness was caught in peacefulness, then instantly contracted, squeezing everything that can fit in its abysmal nothing, and it's not happy about it. Since then, it has been looking for any loose corner where it can abracadabra, blast all that has been tightened intolerably in its space, and it's really good. We all know that. Listen, this is what they said to her. Compensate to be free and condensate. If not, you do not know faith if you don't have an unending patience. What's right about this righteous? Anything possible is purposeful, I say, but my silence doesn't make any difference. Her heart lacks contentment. She's vulnerable, defenseless, just hoping to be more. More than the wounded options that circumstance has pinned on her shoulders. Her cry for justice is evident in the content of her walk and smile, but she doesn't have support of equality. She doesn't have support of impartiality, good and right. She tries to sink all her pain and shame into the rivers, but the waves keep tossing them back. Now, all this pain is framed on the wall in the basement of her heart, dangled and disclosed like a creative skill and imaginative artwork, to be faulty appreciated of its melancholic nostalgia. Listen, this is for her. Hear her cry. And as I lay myself to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. The pressure makes me, the journey takes me to places where history can stop or break me. You know, it rains for something and the pain's for something. I hope a change is coming. Well, my mother said, boy, cry, let go and be free. I do not know freedom yet. The bitter water of my eyes never wet my cheeks. The sack underneath my eyes is brimful almost to burst, and it hurts. I had rain represent the tears of those who cannot cry. I get to breathe a little. This is why I write. For freedom. It's true that death, lack of food leads to death. Life is an act of consumption. So I consume a lot hoping to see another rainy season. This is why I write. I know someone who dreams of the end of life. Eternal rest and freedom of oblivion. He said the problem with the rope on his neck is that there'll be nothing to remember about him. A lot more if he could just vanish. You see, my pride is made of glass. And if I dangle from the roof, it might fall carelessly and sprinkle shut. They say life is an art of dying, and I know my life is messed beautifully. It's artistic. It attracts various artists from a distance like depression. Anxiety owns this museum, and it is playing a hell of an unfair leadership. It fired confidence long ago because it was practicing self-love. Ego, it's a threat. It hates competition, and I promise you, man. I promise you, I just want to be a real man, but not when this anxiety is in control of my nervous system. It secretes fear through my sweat glands I can't live out. My breath clogs every time I try to expose myself to life, so instead I wish to be just like the rainwater on the street. In that case, I know I'll evaporate little by little until the ground is completely dry, and yet and everybody knows it will rain again for another chance. And the only best part about this story is that there will be more and more rainy seasons to come. This is the best that my hand can interpret and the little my mind can comprehend from my heart. What's left is for my soul to feed from when I feel alone. The moon is out without bites, it has never been this bright. Who is trusted to do everything right? The air is not usually light in the night. The light strikes and bites its teeth deep in the dark. My eyes drawn abysmally in this beauty of the sky, pressed extensively in the deep of the stars. I do not need help, for there is no fright. Don't blame me, I'm not turning a deaf ear to any, because every time I swerve my eyes at the stars, I shape this earth differently, and it is without fault. No fear, thus I imagine without boundaries again. Listen, I'm just a child. I'll take the wrong road to know it's wrong. There I am at a very young age, marking all incomprehensibles as wrong and infelicities. Now, my own words and thoughts sting like the cold wind on my skin. The secrets are hid, the wind whispers them to the trees. The soil responds with envy from the fallen leaves catch. I paid the price from the sand in my eyes I cannot see. Now, just like a trapped chameleon, I'm stuck in this environment. I do not know for how long, and I do not like my appearance. Listen, I'm just a child. I'll take the wrong road to know it's wrong. And knowledge for true self is unknown until it's known by those who worth its understanding. Peace. That's it.